Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we are diving into our sim for our very first lab as we look to understand how to navigate our 3 pages within our sim and how we're going to be conducting our lab and collecting data in our next task related to an object and the changes in velocity it can experience. Now, today our lab's going to be having us dive into the build, run, and analyze page of our sim using all of the different features that we hopefully explored in the previous task. So, how do we navigate the 3 pages and how are we going to be looking to conduct our lab? Well, in the build page, as you can see here, there's a lot of things we can do. We have a bunch of different objects that you see, these round colored circles. I'm not going to really talk about the targets to start, but for our objects, you can drag and drop them onto the page in different places. As you can see, I dragged this object A to this random spot here on the page. And when you do that, you can then apply velocity. In other words, choosing how fast the object goes and its speed in a specific direction. You can see that based on the little blue lines or tails that we have behind the object. The tails tell you the direction it's going to go because the tails are on the left side. It tells you that it's going to go to the right side. And you can also see that by how you toggled left and right using the velocity window. So right now I've given my object some velocity in a specific direction here so that it can move. Now, we know that our job is going to be to figure out how we can cause an object to speed up, slow down, stop moving, and change directions. To do that, we're going to be hitting and pushing our object in the run page. When you get to the run page, you're going to have to hit the pause and play button here so that your object's motion can stop and start when you're ready to hit it. Once you pause it, you're then going to hit it using the force arrows down here. You'll see the little mallet. The mallet is this idea that we're going to be hitting your object A, in whatever direction you push. You click. So if you notice, there's a big pink arrow to the right. That means I clicked the right arrow here in the force box in order to push or pull it to the right. So when I do that, I was able to hit the object and add a push. Once I do that, I can hit the play button again, and obviously my object will start moving. So if we're looking at how we're going to do this for our sim lab here and how we're going to make our object's velocity change, let's take a look at the example that we have and how you would do that in the sim. So in order to make this object start moving, that means my object has to not be moving in the first place. I'm then going to add an object with the velocity I need. So in this case, I need no velocity because it's not moving. So I'd add my object like you see here, and I'd leave the toggles alone so that it doesn't have any velocity in any direction. Next, I know I need to cause it to start moving. So I can apply a push to the object in any direction I want, up, down, left, right. And when I do that, I'm going to see that my object is able to move and start moving in whatever direction I hit it. So from there, I'm going to go into the right column, causes of change, and I'm going to explain that push or that pull, that hit that I applied in order to get it to start moving. So my object started moving when I hit or pushed the object in any direction. So notice here I'm talking about that hit or that push. I'm talking about how that allowed me to get the object to start moving. So your job is going to be to figure out how to get an object to speed up, slow down, stop moving, and change direction, and what kind of push or hit you're going to need to do that. So take a second. Do you understand how to navigate the 3 pages in the sim and how to add observations to the sim for our data table 1 in our lab? If you put your X in yellow or red, please reach out. Otherwise, good luck.